join filmmaking, and as a producer, what are your thoughts on film financing?
We really need these awards because they're creating recognition for the film industry and for the actors. They need to be recognized. It's really wonderful. Thank you. You said from dental to?
From dental surgery to filmmaking.
I love film. Yeah, the other part of me is, we shouldn't even talk about it. Let's talk about film, yeah, because that's what I love and that's what I do. Well, filmmaking and financing. Yes, like Mr. Bagenda said that we really need the money. It's holding us back. The passion is there, people are committed, and we have young talent. They're so committed. They will work for free, but for how long? And they will produce those films, because filmmaking is really expensive. Putting a film on screen, or even a TV series, even a TVC for 1 minute, it's really expensive. And we want our Ugandans, the normal people. I want my mother to watch me on TV. I want our plumber. I want everybody to watch me. But they will not watch when the quality is terrible. See, to produce these stories which are good, like that she talked about, you need the people who really know what they're doing. Scripts, workshopping, that takes money. Investing in people like God or Nawiso and the husband, that's for them to come on board as directors for your show. That's money. You're not going to feed them on words. Much as we work with passion, because most of us penetrated into this industry with passion, but that has a limit. So now that we are not producing stories for passion, we are promoting commercial films, we are producing commercial films, they need to be invested in. And we can't, I invest with my dental money.
According to how they fell in love with it. Now, the Nigerian accent was Chadala. Can you please pronounce that with me? Chadala. Then the Ugandan version, Chadala. Yes, but all in all is that there were passions behind that. Now, Chadala, its real, is a superlative edutainment series that speaks to the biting issues that young people are facing and encountering in and out of school. Now, at the Sauti Media Hub, Chadala is one of the products that was formulated to spearhead or to provide a platform where young people would express their issues through acting. That was one. Two, to transform.
So inaugural launch, now that we set foot into celebrating or rewarding those that do exceedingly beyond our expectation in the world of film and television. And who better to, be my other half of, working other than the wonderful Fauzi, who's surely been on TV. How long now?
It's quite long. It's like 2 decades.
Guys,
all my youth.
2 decades is 20 years, eh?
Yeah.
When someone says 2 decades, it sounds
but
like
I was there when
time to listen. Allow me to welcome Mr. Charles Drochebo, the one I also call Papa after time, from UNESCO, who will give us the welcoming remarks on this wonderful day as we launch the IKON Awards. Please put your hands together. Welcome with me, Charles Drochebo.
Yes, thank you very much, Ronnie and Faize. My name is Charles Drochebo. I work for UNESCO as the project coordinator in Uganda, and I'm very privileged and honored to be here to say a few words on behalf of UNESCO and the team that support this very colorful event. So, to all those who are present there in your various capacities, so mine is just to say a few words of inspiration and encouragement. For those who are not very familiar with UNESCO, UNESCO is the UN agency that has the mandate, among other things, to ensure that issues of culture and cultural heritage and diversity are addressed. So it wouldn't be in a better way than to say this on behalf of UNESCO, that we do identify with the issues of culture and the issues of creative arts that has seen us here today. Just 2 weeks ago, before I say what I would like to say, UNESCO, working with the Ministry of Gender and Labor and Social Development, was reflected that there's a problem with our own level of understanding. Because if you are a creative performing artist, you are actually the resource. You actually are the powerhouse. What you need is a favorable environment to see you fly to your next destination. You actually don't need money from government. That's the message I'm saying. You associate with this because we do believe as UNESCO that we know the film industry and the visual industry in Africa is one of the biggest contributors in terms of generating income. Here in the country, the creative industry employs more than 5,000 people and 10,000 indirectly who are all serviced through this. In other countries, in Nigeria, in India, I'm sure you know it's much bigger than this. Together with the ministry people to ensure that the proper laws, especially corporate laws, are put in place. So that's where the role is for me to say that we are interfacing with the filmmakers here in Uganda today in order to provide this opportunity to attend your forum, which is being championed by this, what you have seen today here, the IKON Awards. The film and televisions there is to match to the next level. So we shouldn't be contented with where we are as filmmakers, as creative artists, but we should be looking at the higher levels where we can go. It's my conviction, and be creative enough to create awareness that is affecting our people in the society. Therefore, as UNESCO, I'm very, very honored to say this and say that we fully you for listening, and thanks again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles Druchebo from UNESCO. Always a pleasure to have you, indeed. If I could pick right from your words, when you use of one of Africa's presidents who said, we might not turn back the clocks for what has happened, but we have the power to change the future. And I think this really makes a lot of sense as well, especially now that we officially launch the IKON Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, we're so humbled for Sauti, the CEO of Sauti Plus Media Hub, Mr. Humphrey Navimanya.
Ronnie, a very good welcome to everyone that is here with us, especially our family members in the film and television industry, our members in the events industry, and the whole entertainment industry that we have at large. Sauti Plus Media Hub is a subsidiary company to Richer Hand Uganda. For us, as Richer Hand investing quite a lot in the movie industry, was for us to take a chance to see on how we can as well contribute to the movie industry that is growing. And that's why we have decided to launch the IKON Awards television. We had this strategy for about 6 months, trying to see on how we can be able to contribute sector to collect our family members in the film and television industry together so that they can stand on 3 pillars. One pillar is to connect with one another, and in connecting, we are working with our partners to see on how we can be able to bring in professionals in the movie and television industry that will be offering master classes, that as well will be offering investment in one another. How can different filmmakers contribute to one another? How can we have companies that are investing in film as well collaborate and work together and out of Uganda? Another pillar is to award. And the awarding ceremony is going to be on the 25th of March, 2023. So we have 10 months of planning, 10 months of developing, 10 months of learning from one another. So through this, as the Media Hub, we have fundraised over $5,000 that would love to channel to the young filmmakers, the Filmmakers Fellowship Program. So we have created the Young Filmmakers Fellowship Program, on which we would love to select 10 10 emerging filmmakers that will be benefiting from this. We shall work with fellows that will be working together, will not be left out, but they will be working together to produce that feature film with also the renowned directors that we are having and experienced filmmakers that we're having in this country. That the IKON initiative is not only ours, but it belongs to all of us, that everyone has a stake and a role to play in shaping up these awards to benefit the Ugandan film industry and also the Ugandans in the diaspora. On our tables, we are on filmmakers to submit the film and television awards. The IKON Awards kind of contribute to that, and that's why we're looking at them as partners that have really embraced this. In July, they'll also be talking about it. Kampala Serena Hotel, Incredible Media that have worked with us also in our previous projects. ATS Institute, some of the representatives are here. You can say hello. From GLI, we're having our visitors from Loyola University. Thank you so much for coming. And also Reach a Hand Uganda. Thank you for the great support that you've given. And also Reach a Hand Uganda, our country director, James IKON Awards, film and television that are going to be rolling out starting from today. The timelines are going to be spelled out, and so that we can be able to continue this journey with others. Thank you so much, and may God bless tonight.
I think the funniest moment I've had so far today is where the CEO of Reach a Hand Uganda says, we want to thank our partners, Reach a Hand Uganda. Oh man, yeah, but beautiful. Beautiful.
Right.
You to be a star.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I took up the role afterwards, and here Fauzia Nachunika, an actress.
20 years, 2 decades now.
Yeah.
No complaining, no complaint whatsoever.
I feel whereby you get to say that I think I've done my best and people have appreciated what I've been doing for them. So it just gives you more energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're precisely saying that what we are beginning today is going to be nothing but satisfying. Yes, thank you. Makes a lot of sense. And I also realize that makes a lot of sense. We know that in the film, on the world of film and television, the investment is really big. So we need that money. Allow me also once again to request you to appreciate a particular one. Come on, let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Where I come from, Fauzia, when we have such a day and Joseph Sachs. So as we indulge in and settle in a little bit, we'll later on be getting into more of listening to some of our speakers. We'll also have a panel discussion, but just before that, it makes a lot of sense if we feed our ears with some lovely music and we feel the energy of how the IKON Awards will be like. Please. just don't feel like it then. Come on, guys. Now, if you're working on a film and you need music, you know where to get the real deal, the organic one. Very creative minds right there. Okay, let's now do it. Please, one more time, ladies and Joseph Sachs and Michael Uma. And are we now sorted with sound? We're good, eh? Why do I feel like that last one needs to be done again? Come on, guys. Why do I feel like that? Michael.
As usual. Are you sure?
Here we go, guys.
So you want me to go down?
Trust me, please promise me we'll show them some love, okay? Let's go, let's go, let's go. They have restarted. Aha, okay. Today, and by the way, our keynote address. I think I'll let Fauzia do this one. You're the best of positions to do this. I'm sorry I made
that St. Elizabeth used to be, I think you couldn't cross there after 5. And I remember seeing the big moon over the range of mountains. And I asked the military, Film and TV is about storytelling. Yesterday, we met the filmmakers, and I kept saying, you've got to be. My heart bleeds. I think of as a kid, when I kept asking my father, who used to travel a lot, about the kingdoms, the matters of Uganda, the search of the river Nile. To me, Uganda was such a film with to America, now that they're speaking in American twang. You killed yourself very early. They insist on being Nigerian. And it's like, by Nigerian. Have you ever thought, let me go back. There's a film that I loved so much. And I told my jurors when I come, it's a pity I can't even eat. I'd never heard of it. But I love that film. I love that film so much. Of food wines. That is so authentic Ugandan. And the calabashes themselves, they differ from it. Film. Challenge, I would not call it a program. The general challenge I've seen with Ugandan films is they have one story line. They just tell one story line. Where in life is it that only one thing is happening in your house? So, please, let's develop at least 3 storylines. Let's not rush. Let us not rush from scripting to shooting. We should divide our films in scripting, production, and posts. Scripting should take us a year or 2 because of script development. I saw too many films where
he has been recognized and awarded for his prominence in the film industry, both locally and internationally. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the veteran Ugandan actor Sam Bagenda, aka Dr. Bbosa. It's also my pleasure to welcome the actress and founder Yenze Theatre Conservatoire, Anganza Kesaka. Ladies and gentlemen, an award-winning actress and poet, her work intersects acting, producing, writing, and directing for stage and film. She graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Theatre from New York University with a concentration in psychology, and went on to complete a Master's in Education with the UNICAF University, where her research focused on the availability and adequacy of performing arts policies for 16 to the 10th Berlin, I don't want to matter this one. Yes, as well as the Lagos Theatre Festival 2021, Kenya International Theatre Festival 2021, and the Kampala International Theatre Festival for 2021, the Koyeth Centrum Kampala, and others. In 2021, she founded Yenze Theatre Conservatoire, that is geared towards training performing arts in acting, movement, and voice for stage and film, while providing actor management, with a strong belief in the power of performance to mirror and perform and transform real life through authentic.
Next on the panel, I introduce Doreen Mirembe, Amani Films producer. Doreen Mirembe is a Ugandan actress, filmmaker, producer, founder of Amani, a film company, and dental assistant at Pan Dental Surgery. She has acted in numerous films and TV series, as well as producing her own movies, with her most recent being Kafoko, a story of the fight for justice in the face of power. And next is Osman Kawoya, Communications Director, ATS. Osman is a thought leader when it comes to the events and management business, with over 6 years spanning the country. Please welcome Osman Kawoya to the panel. Next is Shafiq Serada, the CEO of Incredible Media. Serada Shafiq is the founder and CEO of Incredible Media Company. Incredible Media is a creative film production house in Uganda, which has worked with many reputable brands in the commercial space, and as well as produced the renowned Chadala TV series with Richer Hand Uganda. Also the brains behind the Film Hackers platforms, an initiative intended towards strengthening the film industry and impacting the young creatives of tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Shafiq Serada right there. More to come. Haman Nabimanya, Sauti Plus Media Hub. Haman Namanya, Sauti Plus Media Hub with professional experience of 10 years. Haman coordinates multiple projects and activities, including the Sauti Plus film and television productions, manages day-to-day developments of Sauti Plus initiatives, concepts and ideas. He is the production manager of the Chadala series. He is an author of 5 fictional books. Mr. Haman Namanya.
Wow, Haman. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, the program's manager, sexual reproductive health and rights trainer, human rights activist, and the proud student of life. She leads the sexual reproductive health and rights programs team for Reach a Hand Uganda. When she's not busy at her desk, Helen will be playing chess. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Helen Patricia Amuthaire, chess player. All right, so we need this because we didn't want to get into, the other bit of let's introduce ourselves, let's say blah, 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 blah. So we had to, make it.
Madame Joki kind of said a lot of what it is. We're in an arena where we're doing mostly telenovelas. We're given projects that are running for 260 episodes. And one of the biggest challenges, which is what get into the challenges that we're dealing with. 9 years ago when I moved back from Los Angeles, my idea or my end game was to be able to export all the experiences that I've had through film school and the few opportunities that I had to work on projects in Hollywood, to be able to copy and paste that here. Now that turned out to be a lot harder than it sounds. 2015, I worked on 2012, I worked on a project called Beneath the Lies.
The jockeys in this film industry, wow, Africa would be wow up there, especially East Africa, and more so Uganda. Yes, we need more of jockeys. Yeah, it's true. We started this way back in the 80s. We're trying to gamble around in the industry. But it has kept on improving. And the improvement is because of passion. Basically, passion has helped us. But film industry has got a lot of challenges. Filmmaking. That's why I sometimes salute people like my brother over here, Nawiso. I respect all the new. I'm an old man from the.
You have an entity that plays maybe 6 roles. Film is not even a department. It's like a section.
Yeah, true.
What Uganda you need, and you have now matured to it, is a Uganda Film Commission. It might not be a ministry. It might still report to Ministry of Communication, but you do need Uganda Film Commission. Its mandate and its own budget. You do need that. And it's probably something I'll even tell the minister when I meet him during the gala. And the process needs to start immediately. The process should start immediately. And it also needs to be a stakeholder engagement entity. I also say this having been a director at the Kenya Film Commission. So I know how close we were, or we had to be, with the filmmakers. And then it's easier to keep negotiating for more budget and more budget each financial year. That's for sure. Let's go back to what you said about why people are director, producer, and lead actor. Because they don't have money. Talk about, how many of you watched the movie Get Out, an American film? That movie was the first of a series of 10. Nobody in that film was paid. Yep, nobody was paid. A team of people got together and decided we would do 10 films. We'll start with yours. We come and help you make yours, then we move on to the next film. And that might help people stopping to do all the rules. So Ugandan filmmakers have to work as a team, support each other, rather than compete. Promise you, in Kenya, for a very long time, we even sabotaged each other.
Thank you for your question. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, panelists. It's an honor to be here with you. I love theater. I love theater. And when I returned to Uganda, a lot of film directors put me aside because I came from theater. But I believe it's where film starts. An actor needs to know who they are, what they're offering to a project, to the character, in order to be able to execute the character. So theater, for me, is a place where actors in particular, and even directors, can see the bigger picture. Because in theater, you're allowed to go 100%. Whereas film is like, what, 20, 30%? Everything is...
To support young people because they love it, but also to tap into that innovation and creativity.
Thank you very much, Helen. Conclusively, each one of you, I'll give each one of your minutes, starting with you, Helen. Now that you're talking about the Filmmakers Fellowship, especially that we're also, shaping.
interview bwe yaba nabwisi. Embuza yo wano interview.